Hi, this is Marabel.
I'm Björn Dahlberg from Marabel.
And we're today in the Marabel studio. We're hard at work with our next album to be released this summer. So we're going to look at some of the guitar gear that we use when we record.
Yeah, we're going to do that today. We're going to show you amps and guitars and stuff like that, so you know what we are using for the next album.
And also you'll get the opportunity to listen to a few riffs from the new songs as well. So that's a exclusive just for you.
I'm going to introduce you to Manimation's guitar collection. Start with this one. We're using this most of the songs. It's a Gibson Flying V, brand new, so it's not old enough. We use this for rhythm guitars and heavy riffs, just because of the bitey sound.
This is a Gibson Les Paul Custom Shop Historic from 1993. I love this guitar for its full sound. And also the sunburst is a nice touch, make it a bit more vintage looking.
This Explorer is also brand new. It's like a reissue from the 76 Explorer. It's got a really heavy, bitey sound. It's really good for rhythm guitars.
This is Gibson Les Paul Access, and the reason for why it's called Access is because it has a deeper cutout here, so that you can reach the higher notes better. The sound is really heavy. I love the crunchiness and the fullness of the Les Pauls in general, but this is one of my favorites. So this is used quite a lot as well.
This is an Ibanez Destroyer from 1973. Rebuild, but it's a really heavy axe. It's really good for guitar solos and stuff like that. And we use this one when we need a whammy bar.
This is a Gibson Les Paul Custom from 1973, so this is real vintage. To enhance the vintage sound even further, we have Bill Lawrence microphones to make it give us that really vintage kind of sound and crunch. So this is also one of our favorites, used for those parts where we want that more vintagey kind of character.
SG from 1962. This is my favorite axe. It's really good. I did put a Bill Lawrence mic on this one. It's like a P90. It's really good. It's original parts on it. I use this most of the time on all songs on the album. So this is my favorite guitar. Here we have a 12-string SG. We used this one on a song called Until the End. I think it will be the next video we will release. I'm not sure, but if it is, go in, check it out on YouTube, Until the End. Here we have the strings. We drop the whole guitar, so the E string is like a D. And to do this, we need thicker strings from 11, 14, 18, 32, 42 to 52. Otherwise, it's impossible to drop a guitar like that.
So here's the guitar speaker room. We have all the cool speakers, so we got that fat sound. And the way we record it is that we use our Sennheiser microphone for guitars. We only record one speaker out of the full cabinet. That's enough to transfer that cool sound. So from that microphone, it goes into the preamp here, which is the Summit audio preamp. The model is called 2BA221. That's the way that microphone transfers the sound into what then goes into the recorder. But before it goes to the tape recorder, it goes through a tube compressor, which is also Summit Audio. It's a tube leveler. And then from the compressor, it goes through the Uray equalizer, which is the model 546. And this sort of finishes off that transfer of the fantastic sound, so we really get that fullness onto tape. From the EQ, it goes on to the digital recorder Alesis ADAT HD24. So here's where the guitar are recorded to before everything is transferred over to computer.
We always record guitars with effects, and we use the TC Electronic for this. Includes tri-chorus plus delay. Sounds really great. Most of our rhythm guitars are recorded with these 9200 Marshalls and 9100 Marshalls, and of course the GMP1 like a preamp. So this sounds really awesome. Manivation is using almost all the time only vintage stuff. But of course we use some new gear too, but we love vintage stuff and we love the vintage sound. We're using the heads, the Marshall heads, like an amp, and we use the Marshall GMP1 like a preamp. It's really cool, it gives a really rich sound. Right now we are recording our second album, and I'm doing some rhythm guitars, and I'm using this 50 watts head Mark II for those things. So you're gonna hear it later on. 73 Marshall amp, it's a really nice head, sounds awesome. And on top of that, I think this is a 69 super lead, really cool. We use that for guitar solo and stuff. And for guitar solos, this super bass 100 watts top, it's really cool sounding amp.
So when we record through the effects that I showed you before, we take it into the computer and the music project. So here's the music project for one of the new songs off the upcoming album called Crack in the Sky. So let's see what the guitar tracks sound like on this one. You ready, Björn?
Yeah, I'm ready. The pedal board only contains a few things: a Riot black box power supply, channel shifter for the Marshall EMP1, Morley wah-wah pedal, I think it's designed by Steve Vai somehow, and a chromatic tuner from Boss. And the setup for the Plexi is Presence 2, bass 0, mid 2, treble 5, high treble 0, and normal loudness a little bit. It's quite loud, this amp. And for effects, we have the TC Electronic G Major, tri-chorus and a delay, 450 milliseconds. And of course, gates, so we don't mess up the sound. The setup for the GMP1 Marshall preamp, it's volume 20, gain 20, bass 0, mid -1, treble -6, presence -6. And that's it. Okay guys, let's see what it sounds like. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.